It's early, and the sun's barely coming up. You've been out here on the pier for a while, and you have nothing to show for it. And then your rod bends. And you ask yourself one question: can I keep it? Now, believe it or not, in California, there are a lot of rules here. And so there's a couple things that makes it very difficult to follow those rules. California manages more than 65 saltwater species, each with its own size limit, bag limit, and season. And those rules can change halfway through the year. There are 124 marine protected areas. There are no lines out in the water, no buoys, just GPS coordinates. You could be walking right along the coast and not even know you're walking near an MPA. And those that are affected the most are pier and shore anglers. You could fish license-free on public piers, and you don't have to go through the normal process of getting a license. That means you don't have to go to the CDFW website, apply for a license where the rules live. So if these folks don't follow the rules, they could potentially have fines north of $1,000 for an honest mistake they had no idea that they made. Now, none of these folks are bad actors. They want to do the right thing. They just don't have the answers on their fingertips when they need it. So I built the answer, ReelMark. It's a working beta, live on test flight, already getting to the hands of real anglers. Now, ReelMark pairs California Department of Fish and Wildlife regulations and a marine protected area map network with artificial intelligence. And I have one promise: to ensure that anglers can have confidence in every single cast. Now, let's walk through what this app looks like in the hands of an angler. Sorry. What can I catch? So, I want to go fishing in the morning, and I decided I think I want to go and fish OB Pier. So, I decide that I want to go fish OB Pier. I asked Salty, our artificial intelligence friendly guide, what can I fish at Ocean Beach Pier this morning? Now, Salty's going to go ahead and scan the 2026 CDFW Regulation Handbook and turn that answer into a conversation. It's going to cross the bag limit, size limit, and season with the fishes that are available near Ocean Beach Pier. And there you have it. Salty goes ahead and tell me what fish I can target, as well as what gear is allowed on that public pier at that time. Now, where am I going to go? Can I fish in a particular area? Now I go to the map, and as you can see here, this is our live location. You can see that we have two marine protected areas right next to us, two different ones stacked right on top of each other. We have a coastal state marine conservation area. It shows you the allowed activities, what's prohibited, and you can verify it on the website of CDFW. Right below it is a state marine reserve, a stricter no-take area. Slightly different rules stacked right on top of each other. You could walk a couple feet and have completely different rules. Now, if you zoom out, you can see the network of marine protected areas along the coast of California. So, if you're from Northern California, boo, and you're coming down to Southern California, you might not be familiar with the MPA network that's down here. And that's very, very important to be able to follow the rules. Now, can I keep it? So you catch a really good fish, you go to log it, you put the photo into the fish identification page, and it's good guy, cool guy, and the fish identification is going to use Claude Vision to scan the fish characteristics and quickly identify it. Yellowtail. You can go ahead and check the regulations, ask Salty, or you can go ahead and log this catch. Now, if you set the length to 10 inches here, you're not able to press the kept button. Only released because it's under the legal size of 24 inches. Now, if I switch that down to 25 inches, I'm able to press the kept button because it's above the legal size limit that you can catch for that fish. I put in the location, I save this catch, and there you have it. It's going to populate on your catch log with the information that you put in there. So, if you see here, it's going to say yellowtail, kept, North Pacific, today's date, 25 inches. Now, if I were to log that 10-inch fish, you are able to log it as released, so you can show your friends that you follow the rules. Now, this was a long journey. I was not an angler. Oh, actually, there are three things there. What can I catch? Can I fish here? And can I keep it? That's the loop that I just went through in my demo. A 2026 CDFW regulation handbook, a map of marine protected areas along the coast of California, and a fish guide that your buddy swears by, but you have no idea where he got it from. Those things are all in 3 different places. Now, anglers can have them all in one place right in your pocket. Now, I was not an angler. I had a long journey ahead of myself, but I didn't want to build something from the outside looking in. So I decided a year ago that I was going to become an angler. As you can see here, this was on a charter boat on the Coronado Islands. I was so scared. I had so much Dramamine in me, and I was ready to fish, 5 o'clock at the boat. I was fishing for a while, and I felt that tug. And then I reeled in this yellowtail. I was excited to text my family, very humbly, 22 pounds. And I was more excited to plug it into Salty when I got home. Now, this was the very first version of the app. I plugged it in. It was going to be identified, and Salty accurately told me that it was a yellowtail. Now, that's one way to boost my ego. Get it right on the first try. But I knew that I had to test it against more different kinds of fish. So I decided to go on a second fishing trip. This time I had an audience. I asked the deckhands that were on the boat to help me out, and they were genuinely interested. Now, these deckhands are experts in their field. They know what kind of fish is going to come over the rail every single time, and they know the rules. So I knew it worked, and I was ready to reel in a fish and show them. So I brought my first fish up on the boat. They helped me take a photo of it, and it confidently told me that it was also a yellowtail. Very much not a yellowtail. So they helped me reposition the fish for a different photo, and eventually I did get that it was a rockfish. Now, I learned a couple of things from this experience. First, I needed to make sure that I had all of the regulations from the 2026 CDFW handbook checked by hand. I have to make sure that the MPA boundaries and color codes are correct against the state's own data from CDFW. And from that experience with the rockfish, I need to make sure that the description and the characteristics of the fish that the fish identification software looks into is accurate. A yellowtail is a very photogenic fish. It's all across the internet. I mean, it has a yellowtail. Rockfish, on the other hand, there are dozens of subspecies, all with different characteristics. So I needed to make sure that the fish identification pulls characteristics that are accurate and descriptive. So today, I am the builder, I'm the designer, and I'm the founder of ReelMark. I shipped version 15 just last week, which is what you saw today, and I'm sending out the beta signups, and they're filling up fast. Now, I need to make sure that I send beta signups not just in San Diego, but up and down the coast of California. I want to get real answers from real anglers and make sure that I'm able to fill the needs and build an app that every angler can trust. Once I get a final app and I know that the rules are there, I'm going to ship it on the App Store for public use. I need to make sure that every angler can fish with confidence, that they know what they caught, that they can legally keep it, and they're not standing within a protected area. That's what this is all about, to make sure that you guys can cast with confidence. Thank you. Awesome. And I got a little hat. Got a little hat going on here. Okay.
So I can ask you a question. Yep.
Cool. Thank you to my capstone committee, Samantha, Christine, wherever you are. Hi. I appreciate all your guidance. You guys really helped me get to this point, and I wouldn't have been able to make the app without you guys. So thank you so much. Thank you to the SIO faculty and staff. I was taught that no matter what people take from you, you will never be able to take away my education, and you guys were a part of that journey, so thank you very much. To my cohort, especially Nathan over there, who took those photos and has taught me how to fish. Thank you so much, Nathan. I really appreciate everything you did. And to my supportive family, Mom, Dad, Lauren, Bella, Sophia, and Shavi. You guys have helped me become the man I am today, and I wouldn't have the courage to be here if it wasn't for you guys. So thank you very much. Finally, if you guys want early access to the app or the newsletter to see where it's going, that is the QR code. It will send you to a Google form, and I'm excited to see who wants to try it out. All right, any questions?
Yeah, Michael, this is awesome. I think you did a really good job. I was wondering if you had any plans to expand this to inland or spearfishing or other modes of fishing.
That's a great question. First, I want to make sure that I get it correct in San Diego, and then I expand up the coast for saltwater fishing. Then I want to go ahead and do freshwater fish in California. And then I want to make sure I get lobster, diving, spearfishing solely in California first to keep it within the community. And then when I get there, I'm going to expand up the coast and then hopefully go to Florida because they have a lot of fishing over there. But yes, I do want to expand to all those different kinds of fishing for everyone.
Thank you for the presentation. I was curious, it seems like you log your catch post fishing. Is this an app that works while you're out at sea on your boat?
That works out at sea?
Out on sea, like,
Yes.
because most of the time when I'm out on sea, I lose service and I can't
Yes.
access my app. So how are you tackling that?
So typically, for right now, I'm making sure that it works with Wi-Fi, and I'm currently working on an off Wi-Fi setting. It's a little tricky to get the identification to work when there is no Wi-Fi. So I'm still working that part out. I really want to get in the hands of pier and shore anglers first because they're the ones that I feel have the most trouble getting the rules down. But eventually, hopefully, I can get it to work. And then if you snag a photo, you can make sure that you can put it when you have Wi-Fi, and then it could tell you. But then you won't, so yeah, thanks. Great question. Thank you.
Thanks for that presentation, Michael. Awesome pitch, awesome products, really, really so great hats. Just super cool. Thanks for sharing it with us. You mentioned, though, that you're not a coder by trade, and I know walking in the door, you knew you wanted to do this thing, but you didn't have any coding experience. So how did you do it? What went into it?
That is a great question. So this is what's under the hood. I used Claude to help me code. So I had Claude, regular Claude, chat with me and help me get prompts, and I continue to put that into Claude Code. So I had them talk back and forth with my ideas so I could properly get the best version of the app. The fish ID, I use Claude Vision. So I put in the descriptions of the fish, and then that pulls from it to able to identify it. Then I use Claude Haiku, which I put information, I put all the 2026 CDFW regulations within that Claude Haiku, and that's what generates Salty and creates the conversation. And then I'm currently looking at other alternatives for the fish identification. There's a nonprofit that I'm looking at. They're on the East Coast, and if I'm able to provide more fish photos for them on the West Coast, that'll also help them with their fish identification on this side of the US. So that's something that I'm looking at. The rest I'm still learning. But the most important is Firebase and Firestore. That's Google. That's where all the data is held. But yeah, that's what.
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.